Oh, Donna. Oh, no, it's
Hey,
just you and me again. What happened? I'm not putting it out in this there.
oh, I don't know.
I don't
Might
know.
not
So
be
now you're
that.
gonna have to listen to me. Yeah, I can do my cards. Oh, here's Rhonda. Yay, Rhonda. And I almost forgot. I was all carried away doing some the stuff between I just got off the live with Michael Sedstick.
Right, right.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, and then I was going outside with the dog and I'm supposed to be doing something. And there's Sue. Hello, Sue.
Hey,
Yay. Yay, yay, yay. So we're gonna do what I normally do in a day. Not that, and then answer your questions, of course, if you have some questions too. It isn't that I love this necklace and I found the perfect shirt for it. Did you notice that?
oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I forgot how long ago this necklace was. Michael and I were talking about it because they didn't sell earrings with it. And I never can understand that, but they think you shouldn't wear big earrings with a statement necklace. I do. These aren't the ones that go with it. Because I'm like, hey, if I'm going to, go big or go home. So what are you going to do?
Yeah. Oh, then you have to match your own.
Okay, so today we're here to learn some more about SendOutCards. And the reason I wanted to go back to doing it by itself instead of just lumping it on Thursday's marketing thing is because I think it's that important. I don't know how else to say it. I send out cards every single day. And I don't think that I would be earning the money I earn in my core business if I hadn't been doing that all this time. I just really think it's that important. And it isn't necessarily the card sending service that we use here at SendOutCards. This one I like, and I've used it the whole time, and I think it has all the features I like. I think the important thing is, keeping in touch with the people, and a card is such a perfect way to do that. So yes, I do want to promote SendOutCards, but that isn't the sole function of this. It's such a good way to build relationships, keep in touch with your customers and your prospects, and your team members. You can do recognition. I think I'm the self-proclaimed queen of mailbox love. That's my new thing. So self-appointed queen of mailbox love. But I get so much positive feedback when I send cards that I'm able to keep in touch with more people that I wouldn't be able to do any other way. That's why I think it's so important and it needs a day by itself. So that's why I started this up again, because I think it's getting lost in the, I want to say lost in the shuffle. That wasn't right. Right. I like shuffle too, but I use SendOutCards so much that I don't know how to explain it without saying it that way. I just do. So anyway, my latest thing that I do is I have lists that I'm working on, and this isn't latest that I'm doing. This is the latest list, but I've done this for all along. I subscribe to one of the unlimited packages and SendOutCards. They have different levels of unlimited, and the first level for unlimited is $97 a month, and you get as many individual send immediate cards as you want to send, including the postage included in that. So 97 sounds like a lot, but it's not. If you send quite a few a day, it definitely pays for itself pretty quickly. So I'm actually on a bigger package than that. And one of the reasons is because on the package subscriptions, not only do you have those cards individually that you're sending every day as included, but you also get a big discount on the ones that you group send or scheduled to be sent later cards the group sends. So those are down to $1 a card plus postage, and that's such a big discount. There's no way you could send, even if you're doing, the only way you could possibly get that cheaper would be, I don't know, buy a pack of cheapo cards at the dollar store, but then your time. you still got your time, and you still have to buy the stamps, you still have to go there and mail it. So I can't think of a more cost-effective way to do this. This is cost-effective, and the card quality is so much better than
Oh, yeah.
cheapo cards that you buy, and you can be so personal with them. I think that's my favorite part. But
Yes.
so to have cards included in my subscription, one of the things I do is just send 2-3 a day in each of my categories. Okay, so you can take a card you've used before. You just can't take a card and send 20 in one day and have it included in your thing. So I send a couple cards a day, and I go through my list pretty quick. See, this is my recruiting card list that I'm sending, and I'm doing 2 or 3 a day. I do a different amount a day. The other thing I do is I have different versions of cards. So like on my customer list, with the A company, I printed out campaign mailer, and I have 2 different versions of the card. I send 2 of one version, 2 of the other version per day. And I'm already on the second page, just doing 4 a day. So it's the consistency over time that this works for me. And matter of fact, I do the same thing with my Christmas cards. I didn't send them all at once. To me, it's actually harder to send it all at once, just in one big block anyway. The only thing I like to do that for is my birthday sends, because I want to order them ahead. So I don't mind paying for that, because I don't want to sit there and time everybody's birthday, where if you order them ahead and do it as a group share, they time it. So you could fix it to say, deliver on their birthday. So that I don't mind paying extra for. That's fine. That's awesome. So let's just dive in, if you don't mind. Did you have something in particular you wanted me to show, or can I just dive into what I was doing? What would you like, Donna?
Oh, you can just dive in.
Okay. Okay. And Rhonda and Sue, if you have something?
I'll just dive in.
Okay.
Yeah, dive in.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just get going. This is what I normally do every day. So I'll just start doing it. And yes, I normally talk my way through every card too. So when I do that here, don't think I'm just doing it because you're watching. Sadly, I do it all the time. Yeah. Okay. So I've already got SendOutCards open here because I was already sending some cards. Whenever I'm in Facebook and scrolling, the minute I see a picture, I'm like, ooh, that person would like that on a card. And now I mostly do postcards because they're quick and easy. But so let's go to the cards so this first one is the customer cards, my A company customer cards. So I'm going to go down. This is when you first sign in. This is the catalog page. And I go down, and my custom cards that I've sent people are right here. And you can do see all. And you'll see that I have a lot of different of the individual cards that I sent. I call them Facebook espionage cards, but they're ones that I thought of somebody and I went and took their picture. Like, this is a family I know. This is a family I know. This is a family. This is Montavon. So I went in there and grabbed pictures and sent. And now I'm sending a picture to a postcard picture to my mother every day. And then one of her, hey Penny, one of her friends, Viola, doesn't get any mail, and it's like camp there. So I want to make sure her friend Viola gets the mail. So I send Viola a postcard every day too. I don't know Viola that well, so I'm having a tough time with that one. I sent her this one yesterday. I hope it wasn't inappropriate. This one. Did you see it? That's a hearse with a wood chipper on the back.
Oh.
Apparently there's a third option between burial and cremation. I just thought it was cute, right? I'm not sure she'll think it's cute, but I sent her some cartoons and stuff. This is Viola right here, and that picture was taken on the Facebook page for the retirement home they're in. They post pictures. So if I see them in pictures, I send it to them too. So. And then I sent this one to my mother. This is my kid, when my kid was little, and her reading the kid story. So, but you'll notice a lot of my pictures are individual sent pictures from people. And then there's interspersed as the ones So like this is the customer. No, that's the congratulations on promoting to bronze ambassador. That's a title one. So where's the, let's see here. A sneak peek. This is the customer one right here.
Okay.
So you can reuse a card. That's not a problem. And for a while, I'll show you in the inside what I do to make sure I don't goof it if I'm going to reuse a card. So like this one I reuse, so I edit and save. I'm going to do that. So it opens up in the editor. And this is the front. I just chose that the format. You can change the layout. The layout that had 369 pictures, and I took those pictures right off the A Company site and popped them in there. That's all I did. And then you write down here whatever you want. And then on the inside, I picked 4 more pictures of new products that are coming. Now I do the mail merge thing where I put hi first name. It fills it in of the person. And I do that so I won't make a mistake, because I did do that where I was changing it every time to the person's name. And then it was like, I forgot, and I sent somebody, somebody else's card. So I don't do that. But I just said, just came back from Orlando and saw the new product line, thought you might like a sneak peek. That's it. I'm just touching base. This is one of those kind of cards. I do that probably 4 times a year, where I pull a list, send 2 or 3 a day, 2, 3, or 4. I do different amounts every day, and then just send them out like this, where it's just a generic card. I'm not asking for the sale. I'm not promoting anything in particular. I'm trying to give them something extra value. So they're seeing these things for the first time ahead of most other customers. So they're getting a sneak peek. So that's what the point of the card was. Now on the back, it has the regular little box I put for that has my to sign up and to sell URLs, my phone number, and down here's my shuffle URL, so they could get my social media links from it. Okay, and then save and proceed to checkout. And then I just put the next person on the list on there. And I'll do 2 this way. And it just takes a couple minutes. And I know it seems like you wouldn't, for some reason, and I was like this too, you want to get something done and make it look like you did something. So you send more than 2 a day. But the reality is I'm going to end up, this is one of my customers, I'm going to end up sending more on a consistent basis than the people that do that, because I'm consistent. You know what I mean? I'm going to do it. They're probably going to do it once and then not do it again, or rethink their strategy, or wonder if it made any difference, where I'm not going to think about any of that. I'm just got it on my little list, and I'm going to do 2 a day. Ready to send, and look at, it's included, send. Then I'm going to cross her off my list. And that's it. That's what I do every day. I do 2 of those. And I have it on that app on my phone called Streaks. So when I have my 2 done, I cross off my streaks on my phone. So that's the customer one. And then I actually have it on my app on my phone. If you don't have the phone app yet, by the way, let me go out of the share for a second. The phone app, you can get that. Hey, Cynthia. The phone
Hi,
app,
Lisa.
they have 2 different apps for the phone for SendOutCards. One of them is making cards, and it's blue, and it looks like a little envelope on here. Okay. The other one is for affiliates that, and it's called the, let's see, where is it? The other one's for affiliates, and it's the SOC Pro app, SOC meaning SendOutCards. So the Pro app looks more like, it's the logo for Greener Still. So the one that you want for card making looks like an envelope and says SendOutCards. So if you don't have that app yet, you want the app because it's so easy. And you can even do what I'm doing for these cards that I've sent before, because there's a thing that says My Cards. When you click on cards, there's a thing that says My Cards. You click on that, and it has all your cards you've sent before. So you just grab those and you can send it right from your phone. Okay. So I have one for the customers, and then I have one for prospects. And the prospect one, I'll share and show you that one, is that one that I was just talking to Michael about this, is that one that I made from a post, because the post went so well that when I have a post that works for me on social media, I say, well, wait a minute, maybe I can reuse that content some other way. And lots of times, one of the other ways I think of is to do a card with the same information. And that's what I did with this one. Here it is. So all I did was take a screenshot, and I took a screenshot of the post itself. I took actually like 4 screenshots. So this was a screenshot, and actually this was a JPEG that I created with Canva, right? And then each section is the dog yapping. Each section is a screenshot, and I had to be careful what I did so that it made sense. Another move. So the end sentence had to go to the next section, right? So you have to pay attention when you're cutting it up like that. But it's 1, 2, 3 panels of writing, which to me was way too big of a post on social media, but it was my most liked and most shared post ever. So that's why I'm trying it on a card. Okay. So I broke that up. I did screenshots, broke it up and made them into JPEGs and just inserted them in a 3-panel card. And then that 4th panel is on the top part. When they first open the card, this is the one they see. It gives the choices for signing up, what you get if you buy a kit, and also my URL to join. And that's it. And then the back just has that regular to buy or sell. The one thing I always do now, if I'm sending out something to someone as a prospective recruit to sign up, like this whole list I'm working, are people that at some point told me they wanted to sell, but didn't actually sign up. So at some point they had an interest, okay? I always put both my URLs, the URL to my online store and the one to sign up, because the reality is when I mail out to this kind of list, I get far more customers than I do recruits. And that's okay, whatever makes me money, because lots of times the customer will eventually sign up to sell. So whatever gets them back in the door, that's fine with me. But you want to make sure to list both the URL for signing up and the URL for selling. And that's all I do on that one. But I'll go ahead and send one here because let's see, edit and save, because we already got it up. Why not? So you do edit and save, it comes up and it already has all I need. I don't need to change it. Oh, I'm wearing that necklace in that picture. Yay. Oh. By the way, that's like a Snapchat filter. So I'm not above that. I'm totally well. I can't believe people make fun of filters. Like, what world are you from? Like, I want a filter. I'm happy with the filter. And so that's for the whole card. I didn't have to change anything because I didn't have any customization with their name on it anyway. So then save and proceed to checkout. I just type the next person's name. And you can get if you're, how I got this particular list was I saved in my SendOutCards database. There's a way to do groups. And I saved a list all along the last 12 years of people that I had that asked me to sell and never signed up. So I've saved names. So some of these are really old. So why this is good is because I'm checking back with them every once in a while by sending them a card, right? And sometimes the cards come back. That happens too. And that's all right, because then when it comes back, I can take them off. So it cleans the list. So see, I'm sending this card and it's included. Yay, so then I cross her off. Yay. Yay. And it doesn't matter if you happen to be with a different company, that's okay too, because this all works the same. It doesn't matter which company that you represent. You just take one of those formats, pop the pictures of the products that the company you're in, and you're good to go. Now, if you're doing like the postcard thing where you're just building the relationship and keeping in touch with people, you're actually not using company products anyway. You're using pictures from their social media. Or like in the case of Viola, that lady that's up with my mother at the retirement home, I don't know her that well and I don't have that many pictures of her. I'm sending her cartoons and actually they stay, their retirement home's called The Villager. So I went on and made a villager word search for her on education.com and used words like bingo and puzzles and stuff I know they do up there, and made her a word search just for the villager. And I sent her, the first day was the word search, and then at the bottom I said, if you can't find them all, tomorrow's card is going to have the key on it. So that gave me an excuse to have 2 different days too. But she's been all excited with that. My mother said she didn't get any presents for her birthday, but I know she did, because there was a picture of her opening a blanket on the site. So you can't go by what they say. But it didn't matter. I sent her a coffee cup. They have birthday coffee cups in SendOutCards. So I sent her up a coffee cup and she's thrilled. I didn't know what else to send. That was tough because they can't have a bunch of stuff. But I did remember that when my mother moved in, they asked if she had a special coffee cup. So I know they let you do that. So I sent her one and she's evidently really happy with it. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, I wonder what I'm going to do for Christmas, because but it's funny. So I think the keeping in touch though is so important. Like Cynthia now. So you and I,
Mhm.
you've been getting cards from me,
Long time, yeah.
but you're in my downline, but are you in my third, I think? Are you in
Yeah.
Malcolm first?
Yeah, Malcolm and Mary's first, yeah.
Okay, so you're in my third.
Yeah.
One of the strategies I think is so important to make sure you do is keep in touch and find ways to include as far deep as you have. And that would be almost any network marketing company, because most of them, if something happens to an upline between you and the other people, they roll up.
Yeah.
And if they've never heard from you ever and don't know who you are, those people end up being like almost mad about it that you benefited, even though like you don't benefit when they're deeper.
Yeah.
The perceived thing is that you did.
Mhm.
So to me, it's always best to support as deep as you can. Excuse me, as you can. In our company, the A company, that many of you are in, we do have the ability to see as deep as it goes.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
didn't used to,
I
but
like
we do
I
now.
like doing that. If I see something that, even if it's down deeper, 4 or 5 generations, it's nice to be able to recognize them. And like today, I sent an email out to 325. I put in 10 generations down and sent an email and let them know that I, may not be their direct upline, but I am a part, they're a part of my downline, and started the email off that way. And that way if they see my name keep coming across, even though they may be, 5, 6 generations down, at least, they'll know my name.
No, and I think that's perfect, because no matter who it is, that's the actual direct upline. many things can happen. You just don't know. And they
Mhm.
could be busy and the person could be so frustrated because they can't talk to someone. And then they know you're there and they call you.
Mhm.
So you could save a situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's good to have a relationship as far deep as you can go. And you
Yeah.
don't know, I've had some massive roll-ups. The one that
Mhm.
I always talk about is Erica Woolbright. Her upline was a unit leader when Erica was an executive. And so her upline never really did that much. And she was
Yeah.
an older gal. And then she passed away. She was probably 80, I think. And Erica, I was in my third, and she had 100 people in her first. So I had 100 people roll up to my third, and
Wow.
Erica rolled up to my second. That was a
Mhm.
huge roll up. I
Yeah,
haven't
that
had
is
one that
huge.
big, but
Yeah.
and that can happen. That's not unheard of. So I think if
Yeah.
those people, and with Erica, I'd been out there and had a breakfast with them guys. I know them. Now it's easier because I can keep track of everybody on social media. I'm friends with them. But if I had all of a sudden they were in my third and never
Mhm.
had heard of me or from me, I
Right.
think they'd feel like kind of resentment, some of them,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
this
I
way
agree.
they don't. I'm just part of the free service that they receive.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. Because
Yeah. It's
I have had
great.
people go, "You're not my upline." I'm like, you know what? I'm just a bonus. I'm a free bonus.
Mhm.
You can ignore me if you want. That's no problem at all. You're probably just
Yeah.
going to get stuff from me. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm just a
Mhm.
bonus. I'm a bonus.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Like, I do communicate with a lot of my second, third and fourth generation on a regular basis because I want to applaud them, but I also want them to know I'm here for them, when they have questions. And I have a lot of people that actually do reach out to me. I had one today, telling me how much her order for this time was, which was $1,500. And I thought, wow, that's great, And, so I was able to text her back and applaud her for what she had done. And especially being sick and in the hospital last week, and she still
Oh,
did
geez.
that,
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Uh,
So it's nice to be able to send cards to some of these people too, even though I'm miles and miles away in a different state. I can connect with them in in the cards and also by text and phone. So it's really nice because you never know how your life is going to intersect with them in a different way. So just like you said, when you have a roll up, you know, you you don't expect that to happen, but it can happen.
Well, and there's been times too where there's been a leader that wasn't active in the business for whatever reason, and
Yeah.
you're in one of those groups. You don't know the lady that's in my first, that's in your leg.
Mhm.
She hasn't been active for years. So um, if I know some leaders that are using that strategy where they only deal with their first, and they say, their leaders are supposed to deal with their first. But
Mhm.
if you go with that strategy and you have a leader that disengages, you're
Yeah.
hurting yourself.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
hurting that
Yeah.
leader because her
Mhm.
people won't stay engaged.
Yeah. And
So,
when I stay engaged with all those generations down, the one thing that can do, like there's a couple of people that are really close to the next titlement, and what happens when I engage like I did today, it could put some of their team back to remembering, oh, I need to place an order, I need to step my game up. And when they do that, it's helping that team member of mine.
yes,
And you know, it's just going to help us all, up the
absolutely.
line.
You know,
Yeah.
the other thing that happens, and I think it's totally understandable, I don't think this is bad, but some personalities just don't get along with some other personalities. So if they have people to choose from that they can go to for help, more the better. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
I try to tell like my leaders that I work with that have leaders, if they have someone that they don't happen to get along with, don't take that as a problem.
Right.
Let someone upline of you deal with them. That's
Mhm.
fine. That's why there's a whole group of people that are leaders that, so it's not a problem. If you worked in a workplace, the same thing would happen. It's not,
Yeah,
some people just
exactly.
don't get along with some people. That's just all there is to it.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
having, working with more than just your first is a good strategy because of that.
Yeah,
think.
I agree. Yeah.
So some of the other things we want to start thinking about too is holiday cards. If you are sending cards out as a business tool, like, you know, how we used to do calendars and stuff like that, sending a card is a good option. The thing I would think about though is send one off holiday. So do Halloween or do
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, because they're going to get a mountain of cards for the actual Christmas,
Mhm.
or do New
Yeah.
Year's, do some of each. Do some this time, like print your list and do some this time, some Halloween, some Thanksgiving, some Christmas. And I'll tell you, I start sending my Christmas ones though, Thanksgiving. Usually a little bit before Thanksgiving I start, because I'm sending 3-4 a day. And I got a
Yeah.
lot to send, so I'm sending them early. And you don't want them to get lost in a stack necessarily.
Yeah.
So send them an odd holiday instead, or send them, but I try to plan what I'm going to put in mine. So I try to put, you know how people used to do like the family letter? A lot of people still do that, the family
Mhm.
letter. I try to do something like that, but more in pictures. So I'll have a picture and then some little thing about what it was. Usually mine were a lot about travel, but last year put a monkey wrench in that, didn't it though?
Yeah, it did.
So, right, so I had to find some other stuff to put, but this year we've had a couple more opportunities than we had last year. But I try to find ways to update everybody. Like I'm gonna put picture of Grammy up on the porch at her new place and say something about that. I'll probably put her address in so people can send her a card. Although it's funny, she gets cards and she's funny about it though. She's like, why is this person sending me a card? I'm like, they just thought you might like it. You know what I mean? And she's almost like, I don't understand why they would send me a card. I know. But but then she likes them. So it's just
Yeah.
funny that she says that. But anyway, I think it's like camp up there. The one that gets the most mail wins, you know what I mean?
That's funny.
Oh, so yeah, I think after a while I'll probably be sending to all of them. That's my understanding, but maybe not. Because she keeps telling me whose family does and doesn't send them cards. So I think she's going around and saying, I got a card, did you? But, oh, so
Hey, Lisa, I know I've asked you this before about the send out cards. You know, like when you do a back of a card,
mhm.
I don't know if it's where you are with your level that you're at, or if everybody gets this where you can save the back of the card.
Everybody
Okay,
can do it. You want me to
but
show you?
I guess, yeah, show it to me again. I don't know why, because every
Yeah.
time I go and create it and it's getting to be an issue.
I don't know about on the app. You try to do more stuff on the app than
Yeah,
I
I
do.
do a lot. I do a lot on my phone, and
Yeah.
it's
Let's go here. And did you post anything interesting lately?
uh well, maybe, yeah, maybe.
Maybe you did. Maybe you. Oh, look at that picture of you. Oh, I like that dress.
Oh yeah, that's the
Well,
yeah.
I'll look in your pictures. Maybe that'll be quicker, huh? See all
Mhm.
pictures.
Oh,
We'll
I got
grab a
the
nice
picture of you
you.
and me.
Oh, let's do that one. I like that
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
one.
was really cool.
You know
It's
what I
like
thought was funny?
we were,
I thought Kimberly looked like she had like monster hair
oh,
right here. And that's not what it is.
yeah,
It's somebody behind her. But doesn't
yeah,
it look like the monster hair?
yeah.
So I go
And
on here.
Kathy's the
Kathy.
one, Kathy's the one that had the big order.
Oh,
And she was in the hospital last week.
Oh, wow. I didn't know she was in the
She's-
hospital last week.
Yeah, she was in the hospital for like 5 days.
Oh, that's not good. So I saved it. I did right click and saved it. And now we're going to go into SendOutCards, which I've got in the other browser. Oh, my phone. Okay, it's in this one. So I'm going to go, was that an up and down one or a sideways picture?
Well,
see.
sideways,
Yeah,
I
think
guess.
so too. So I'm going to do a regular picture so we have the back to deal with. So I'm going to
Okay.
do this. We can always make it a sideways picture anyway. So
Yeah,
customize. I'm going to keep it at 2 panel. And
okay.
then I'm going to say next. That way we have the back to work with. And then we're going to go get your picture, which you click on the camera, upload the photo. And there it is. Yes, it was sideways. Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that was so easy.
yeah.
That fit right there. Look at that right there. Now the front, by the way, if you're listening to this as a recording or if any of you didn't happen to know, the front panel is the only one that you can add a text box to a picture like that. So I will do that. I'll just add the year
Oh, that's
2021.
cool.
And I'll put it down in the corner in case you want to save this or something. But I'm going to save it as white so that it shows up. See, that'll show up better. And I can move that by, you go around in the box until you get the crosshatch there, and then you can move it. So I'll move it right down here.
Put it above Sherry's head. Yeah, right there, somewhere there.
Yeah, there you go. Yay. Yay. Okay, then I go next. And then, oh, what am I going to put in here? I'll put a cartoon. I have some that I use for cards just to be fun. Let's see here. Where's a fun one? Or you could do, oh, a product. Look at, I got some products. That's a fun one. Yay. And then panel view. I like that.
Can you do a split and put is at the bottom there and do the picture of you and I on the one side? Like
Yeah.
a,
The picture of you and I that's on your Facebook.
yeah, the one with our hands together.
Oh, I know where that is. Okay. I know where that is. Okay. Upload. You mean that you took here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
At your house.
Yeah, that's in here. Right there.
Yeah.
Yay. When I double clicked. Oh. Here it comes. I guess the squirrels are running my internet today because it's
Yeah.
slow. It's slow. Now, no matter how the picture ends up here, see, I can make it a little smaller by doing that, or make
Yeah,
it bigger
I
by
like
doing
that.
that.
I like that feature.
And then we can go, we are awesome. And see, I like to do this too, where you highlight it, make the writing white, so it disappears, disappears. My kid used to say disappear, where it disappears, and then you change the background to be a different background. This is almost a shade of that background
Yeah.
in the picture.
Yeah.
Yay, we are awesome. Now, okay, now let's go to the back where you originally wanted to know about.
Yeah.
So how you save these is what you want to know?
Yeah. How you save the back.
So you click on layout, right?
Okay.
And the ones I already have created are select ones up here. See this select layout that I've saved already. Let's
Okay,
just
I'm
say,
not sure that mine shows that.
yeah, it just,
Maybe it does.
on the computer, don't forget, not your phone.
Okay.
The computer is where you're going to see it. But it will, because this wasn't something that is restricted. Okay, so it's And then when you create one, see create new is down here.
Okay.
So I'll create a new one. Okay. The one I usually use is like this one that has the return address and the two
Mhm.
pictures.
Right.
So I'll do that. Okay. Then we can put whatever we want for pictures here,
Hmm.
but I'll put us again. And then I'll put Bronze Ambassador over there just to have something to put. And then I'll put yee-haw over here. But you can put anything you want there.
Yeah.
And then save layout right here. See these two, save and save
Mhm.
layout?
Yeah.
Okay, that should do it. So then I should be able
Okay.
to
So
go
I
back.
have to hit save layout to be able to
Yeah, I
have
think
it up
either
there.
I'm questioning myself now whether it's save layout or save. So
Oh, gotcha.
I saved both. I did both
Okay.
because I'm not sure, but that's what it is.
I
And
wonder
those-
if I can go back to a card that I've done with a you know, a
Yes.
back
Yes,
and go in and hit save.
you can.
Okay.
You can. Yeah.
All
If
right.
you're on this screen, this edit screen, you can
Okay.
save.
All right.
So, and the way to, if for those of you who, I had this question a lot too, is they're on the inside of the card and they've changed this recently to say the word edit back. So I've not got this question as much as I used to, but you just click these arrows to go from panel to panel.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then
Yeah.
that's the back. So
Mhm.
you can edit the back anytime you want and you save them by clicking these two. Now I'm questioning which one it is to do it,
Yeah.
but let me see what it says if that one's, see that one's there now
Yeah. Gotcha.
as one of the choices. So,
Yeah.
yay. So I will send this to you. What do you want for a present today?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you want some sea salt caramels?
You know, I have never had those.
Oh, either that or do you want to get booed?
Boot?
That's a new one. A boo.
What's that?
Booed. It's a Halloween thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Booed.
Boot?
Where's the boo package?
Oh,
You've been booed. You've
oh,
been booed. Let's see what the details are that you get. You've been booed. I know it's a couple cookies. And what's this? Neighborhood. It's the neighborhood gift game, send out card style. Send out this combo gift to share a bit of holiday fun with those you know. 2 sugar cookies and a fun flying bat. This is the perfect way to send out spooky smiles this season. That's kind of cute.
yeah, that is. I mean, that's cool. The only thing I kind of go for when I'm have a choice is that, you know, I try to stay away from the gluten items.
Yep.
So I can have the caramels. I can even have like something in the nut family, you know, like cashews or something like that.
Well, let's look here. Do you want the sea salt caramels or do you want the nuts? Michael Senstack chose the sea salt
Yeah,
caramels.
I think the sea salt caramels.
Yeah, the
My
sea salt
birthday's in
caramels
2
right here.
days too.
Sea salt caramels. Your birthday is? Oh, good. Oh, so you'll
Yeah.
did you already get them from me or not?
No, not yet, but
Okay, that's
my birthday's
probably,
in 2 days.
oh, it's probably brownies, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
So, because I schedule those ahead, of course.
yeah.
So here we
Well,
go.
thank
This
you.
is the card. And then we just added the gift here and you can change it on this screen. And for those of you following along, you can also change when this goes here, send immediate. There's also choices for arrive on birthday, arrive on anniversary, and send on a specific date.
Mhm.
And any of these 3 are going to be called a group send. Excuse me. So that's going to change. It's not going to be included in your subscription. However, it's going to be discounted depending on your subscription. So don't shy away from sending stuff you have to pay for just because you have to pay for it, because you do get a discount on those subscriptions. Okay, here we go. I'll show you that next. Oh, except I'm running over already. Ah, but I'll show that quick. Okay. Here we go. and then ready to send. And here we go. So because I'm on that subscription, the unlimited, it counts that card in the subscription because it is a specific card to one person, not being sent in a group, not being sent later scheduled. So that's included. I'm only going to pay for the sea salt caramels and the shipping. Yay.
Thank you.
Certainly. And that's that. Let me just quickly, I know we're at time. Let me just quickly go over the pricing. Because that, I think that has changed a lot, and the new these are the new subscriptions. Okay, the green is highlighted because that's my current one. Now, for me, this may not seem like something you'd ever want to do at $247, but you may know someone who this fits. That's why you want to know about it. It's not necessarily what you would use, but you might know someone that's a big giant sender. So for me, think about this. If I'm on $37 subscription, you can be on the send a card without any subscription. You can just send cards and pay for them as you go. If you send any amount of cards, you're going to want to get a subscription because it's way cheaper. But the $37 a month includes 30 cards. They all include some cards now. And you get a discount on the group sends. So at $37 a month, it's $1.75 the card for all the ones over 30. Okay, and then you get a discount. But look at $97, it goes down to $1.50. Okay, at $147, $1.25. I'm only paying $1 over my cards that I get. So, okay. So I get 250 system sends for my 247, and then $1 for each over. And I send about between 350 and 400 birthday cards a month. So that that 75-cent savings by itself pays my subscription. that was a big, I had a big reduction in my bill when they came out with this new plan, because I was down at the 97.
Yeah.
So that was 50 cents per card that I'm saving. So these are worthwhile. And the reason you'd want to know about them is even if you don't send that many, if you don't think you send that many, make sure you keep track of it to make sure you're not sending more than would a subscription would fit for you. Because I know a lot of people that they ended up finding out they were spending more and getting less bang for their buck because they weren't wanting to do a subscription, but they ended up paying more per card, and it put them in one of those categories anyway.
Yeah.
So you're better to keep track of it if you don't know. But I didn't have any doubt with myself because I know I send a huge amount of them. But
yeah, the 97 is working good for us.
I think being on one of the 97 and up, those three, why those are a good investment from my mind anyway, is you don't have to think twice to send an individual card. So if you're somewhere and you're like, ooh, I bet they'd like to see this picture of this thing, or we're together and we do a selfie and I send it to you in the mail, you don't have to think about whether you could afford to send it to them because they're all included those kind of cards anyway.
Right.
So when you're scrolling Facebook, you no longer go, should I send a card? Is it really going to be worth it? Instead, you're just going, yeah, send a card, send a card.
Yeah.
So every picture, all I think about is whether that person would like to get it or not. I don't think about whether I want to spend the money on it or not. So that makes it easier, and I send more of them because of it. And I do a lot of postcards because they're quick.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't think that it has a lot of impact, go read the messages on my wall for a week.
Yeah.
I get a lot of people say stuff. A lot of, and just think of the ones that liked it that didn't say anything. Because I'm sure there were a lot of people that were happy that didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So, I think it really makes a difference. I'm in right now going back to something that worked for me before was color page. I'm doing a Halloween color page, and then it worked as social media content because I'm going to do 2 of them, and then I'm going to have voting, which one you like better. So the first one, I'm going to send people that commented a copy of the color page. And if I don't have their address, I'm going to message them and say, I wanted to send you a card with this picture you commented on to let you see how it turned out, but I don't happen to have your address. How'd that happen?
Yeah.
And 99.9% they just message me back with their address.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can even get it whitepages.com or look on their Facebook and get it.
Yeah.
And then when I have the second page done, I can do content on Facebook that says, which do you like better? And then I send them whichever they liked better.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I usually have, you know, my company stuff on the back of that card. So sometimes like this time I'm going to say something about SendOutCards in particular, because it's that time of year when many, many people could really use this service. So I'm going to say, if you want a card, this card is going to include the SendOutCards information on one of the panels. I'm going to give that disclaimer and have people put, so then there's no like sending them an ad when they didn't really want an ad. They'll know it's going to be an ad. So
Sure.
most
Yeah.
people didn't mind last time I did that.
Mhm.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So hope you all got something out of that.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. I'll go see what I can do about saving some of those ones of
The
my
backs,
favorite.
yeah.
Yeah, the backs. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it makes my life a little easier when I go to make a card.
Yeah, I bet. So
Well,
I'm,
it's really cool because on my phone, I have pictures on my phone. So if I even start the card on my phone and then
finish it. Yeah.
finish it, I do that sometimes and we'll finish the card out on my laptop.
You know, I have something like I have Dropbox that always uploads my pictures from my phone. And when I'm on my laptop, I just open Dropbox and all of my phone pictures are
Mhm.
there. You don't have that?
No, I don't. I guess I need to do something like that because I've
Well,
seen you,
yeah.
you know, take them from
Well,
places.
the problem
and-
is what happens if if your phone gets wrecked?
Yeah, that's
You
true.
lose all your pictures or you don't have
Yeah.
them back. Yeah, you
Well-
want something like Dropbox because you'll lose
Yeah.
if your phone, like if you dropped your phone in the toilet, you
Yeah.
suddenly don't have any of your pictures.
Yeah,
So this Dropbox uploads them in the cloud, so I can
Yeah.
go to
I
any
think
of my.
mine is, but it's not called Dropbox. It's something else. But I
Oh,
think mine
then
does
you-
go into that. So it
if
probably
yours-
is.
If yours is backed up, then you probably can get them from your laptop down too, if
Yeah,
it's in a cloud somewhere. So
yeah.
you might want to
I'll-
look into that because that does make it easier.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that, especially with the holidays coming up and all the cards I want to send, you know?
Yeah, it's easier.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So yeah, and by the way, I
Alright.
usually do versions of the holiday cards. So I'll do like a postcard version, a 2-panel version, a 3-panel version, a big card version. And then I
Yeah.
send a couple a day of each one or something to people. So I
Okay.
have different versions of the cards too.
Gotcha.
That helps
Yeah,
you stay in your included.
yeah,
Stay in your included. So, okay,
Yeah.
I do put these recordings now up on my YouTube channel and it's going to be under business tool training. So if you want to look back on any of the ones that we do, I think last time, Donna, you and I were chatting a lot on that one. But
Yeah.
it was just you and me. But that's but that's all
Yeah,
right
but-
too. So but that's what I'm going to do from now on because it's easier and I have more control of the videos on there. So I'm going to take this recording and put it up on YouTube, and in the group I'll make sure to say that often, is that's where the recordings are. They're all in one
Yeah.
place. Okay,
Okay.
thank you
Hey,
everybody.
thank you.
Okay,
Alrighty.
talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.